Should student athletes be paid? Now, student athletes being paid is not a new subject. It has been on the plate of discussions of college students, especially student athletes, for decades. Being paid because, well, this is technically their job. They're getting an education. Yes, they will graduate. Yes, but they are playing sports full-time, well, part-time technically, if you include their school time. They have to do their own homework, and they have to go to school, and they have to take care of themselves, have their own downtime, so they're like not exploding themselves with stress, which leaves very little time for jobs. And the only way they can get jobs is like part-time jobs, and that's the only way we can do it. But here we go. This debate, though, goes ahead and looks at both sides of the debate of being paid or not being paid. To be paid or not to be paid, that is just the question. But let's get to start with. Now, our first point of the pros team is that student athletes often can't get a job because, well, their sports takes so much time. Like, playing their sport goes ahead and takes up so much time that you really can't do much about it. They really want to play sports, or they're playing these sports because their scholarship requires them to play these sports. Forrest Gump only got a college education, even though he has a pretty low IQ, only because he's really, really good at football. And I'm just gonna quote someone, that kid's really dumb, but he knows how to run fast. And now it's time for the first point of the cons team. Here we go. Student athletes already get a lot of benefits that other students don't. It will be quite unfair to give them more benefits, such as getting them paid. Obviously, that is quite a pretty big benefit too, but they have other benefits as well too, such as getting a scholarship or having outside help, having NCAA going ahead and helping them out with their work. Yeah. Of course, that's not the only things that limit it to them, but they already got benefits, why give them more? And now it's time for the second point of the pros team, is that schools, coaches, and the NCAA make lots and lots of money, but the players don't get any of that money at all. That is obviously quite a big problem. Like, somebody's making money from your personal image, from your private property, and you're not being paid anything from it. Well, the NCAA used to ban college athletes able to be paid for endorsements, such as being part of a Nike ad, for example. But after realizing that this is a pretty bad thing to do and a pretty bad business model, in October of 2019, this was changed, and now college students can still get endorsements, especially if they wear things of the Nike, wear things of the company's logo and shirt, or whatever product that company creates and gives it to the student. If the student endorses it, well, booyah, they just became great people. And now it's time for the second point of the cons team. Here we have this. Student athletes are here to get an education. They're not here to go ahead and make money. Although that is technically the point of college for some students, to get freedom from their parents entirely. And now it's time for the third point of the pros team. And here we go. Earning money could help student athletes learn money management skills early in life. Pretty much this is what they get. They learn money management skills in early life if they're starting to get paid, because, well, this is their only source of income currently. They gotta manage it wisely. Wisely. And now it's time for the third point of the cons team. Here we go. Student athletes might not spend their money the right way or learn to manage it wisely at all. You might be able to go ahead and make sure it works out pretty well, but student athletes might not spend their money the right way or learn to manage it wisely. That is obviously true, and we will have to realize that sometime in the future. And now it's time for the fourth point of the pros team. Here we go. Student athletes put their health at risk to play their sport. They're putting their health at risk. Obviously, that is not supposed to be quite a good idea. But of course, they're risking their health. They should get some sort of reward for risking their health. And now it's time for the fourth point of the cons team, is that it's hard to figure out a way to pay student athletes that's fair to everyone and doesn't cost the school more money. Yeah, of course it's hard. How are you going to balance everything out? Get AI to do it for you? AI will be like, nah, you can't do it. And then just give reasons of why not. And if you tell them that this can happen, they'll just try to rebuke you. I know, because I tried it myself. In the end, though, should student athletes be paid? Currently, the only way that student athletes can be paid is through endorsements. And even then, it's not quite a reliable source of income. But until this debate is fully resolved, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll see you guys then. Until next time, shine out, peace. Bye bye.